first up, we have fried chicken with mashed potatoes and chestnut gravy. Off to the side is a sort of chow chow. You will see chilies, Fresnos, and serranos. All of those were toasted in the toaster.
Doesn't that look delicious? Let's make it happen. In this episode of the Tournament of Champions, the Christmas edition one, they had on the randomizer a whole chicken, peppery, chestnuts, and they had to use a toaster. We're not gonna use a toaster. We're not gonna use the whole chicken, but what we are going to do is start on the chicken thighs that I did buy. So Antonia, Chef Antonia, what did she do? She used some pepper in here, so that's what we're going to do. She used Korean pepper. So we're gonna add some of that in there. Just a sprinkle. We're gonna add paprika. She used Aleppo pepper, but I went to the store and I couldn't find it, and I was not about to go to another store. So I looked up online and it said paprika is a good substitute. It's not as spicy as Aleppo pepper, but you know what, that's okay. She also used mustard, so we're just gonna put that in there. I think that's a sign that we're done adding mustard. She did not add garlic or onion powder. I don't know why I'm closing it. She didn't add garlic or onion powder to my knowledge, but I'm gonna add just a smidge. You think that's good?
Yeah.
And then a smidge of onion powder.
And then some salt.
And then obviously we need salt. As you know, I like to do, they call them 3-finger pinches. So you grab your 3 fingers and then you grab them. And then you, that was enough for maybe like 1.
1 is crazy.
That was enough for 2 chickens.
Okay, sure.
That was enough for 3.
That's enough. There's only
4 pieces of chicken. If it's too salty, then whoops.
We know.
But what we're going to do is give it a little mixy mix, which is why I'm wearing gloves. Make sure that it's all good. We're doing this now so that when we prepare the other ingredients, this has had time to marinate and the flavors had time to soak in.
Yum.
Smells like mustard.
Oh.
And this is actually what
it looked like.
It actually did look like.
It does. Actually.
Maybe I could add more red pepper.
I think
the
so.
Korean one.
Yeah.
Is that?
Are you chickeny?
Yeah, just add it for me. Like a lot more. That's good. This looks better.
Yeah.
This looks more similar to what hers looked like. Mm-hmm. Great, so we're just gonna cover this, set this aside, and then we're gonna get started on the next thing. So let me clean up and then I'll be right back. The next thing we're going to do is prepare our, I think they called it a chow chow. Mm-hmm. Don't know what that is because I didn't Google it. I low-key should have. But it's basically some sort of pepper relish situation. Because again, one of the things that they had to do was make sure that it was a little bit peppery. What I have here are 2 jalapenos and this red pepper. I believe it was called some red ancient pepper. I'm not sure if it's spicy. I just bought it mainly because I wanted some color. So what we're going to do is cut them up. In the show, she put these in the toaster because they needed to, you know, fulfill that requirement. What we're going to do instead of using the toaster is cut them. I'm a wimp when it comes to spice, so we're actually gonna take out some of the things that make it hot. And then we're gonna broil them. Mm-hmm. So this one doesn't appear to be hot, so that's good. I don't have to worry about that one. What I'm going to do for this one is get rid of this white part. I think it's called the rib. This is actually where the heat is. So I'm also wearing gloves because I don't wanna like touch any part of my body and then it start to be spicy. If it's a little spicy, that's okay. But what we're going to do, I have my oven on broil. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to just lay them. I'm not even gonna salt them or
oil them.
Oil them because we're gonna take care of that after they're done being toasted, roasted, whatever. So we're just gonna put them for maybe about 3 to 5 minutes, just depending on how they look. And then we'll be back to finish it up. It's been about 5 minutes. And this is how they look like. We're gonna leave the skins on, so it doesn't matter if we
peel them off.
Get it all, yeah. So actually before I handle them, I'm just gonna let them cool. Mm-hmm. Our peppers are nice and chopped. We're going to place them in this deli container so that we can add the vinegar. So I did hear her mention in the episode that she added red wine vinegar as well as white balsamic vinegar. We don't have white balsamic. We only have this white balsamic reduction. So we're gonna add a little bit. This is sweet more than it is acidic. So we're just gonna add a little bit of this. And then we'll add a decent amount of vinegar. Because this was supposed to be like a spicy, vinegary kind of kick. Can you actually pass me the oil? I'm gonna add a little bit of salt.
Yeah, you love salt, don't
I
you?
do. And then just a smidge of this olive oil. I'm gonna give it a little mixy mix, a little taste. And it should be vinegary to balance out the fattiness from just the meal in general. I think I could use more vinegar.
Then add some more.
Okay.
Isn't that spicy?
No, it's not spicy at all. Which is great because I don't want it spicy. Okay, that's enough vinegar. Great. So that's good and ready. Now we can move on
To the potatoes.
to the potatoes and the chestnut
Gravy.
chicken liver gravy. Fantastic. So we're gonna do a few things at once because we're doing two of the components of the dish at the same time. We're going to prep our potatoes, which I've already done. I just cut them small. I'm gonna stick them in cold water. Ooh. I'm gonna stick them in cold water, turn on the heat, and then that's just going to come to the boil. We're gonna just make sure that's tender.
Do we need to salt it or?
Yeah, we're gonna salt it now.
Calm down.
Nikki,
Jesus.
that is, it needs to go inside of the potato. LOL, not me grabbing a spatula to mix this.
Salty.
It's fine. Great, so what we're gonna do now that the potatoes are
Cooking.
cooking is
The chestnut.
prepare the chestnut gravy. So one of the ingredients, like I said, were chestnuts, and she did chestnuts and heavy cream. So that's what we're going to do. How much should I put? Because this is going to be thick when we blend it.
Right. A little
Like
bit.
half of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's plenty.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're not going to make a lot.
Nope.
Let's just do that.
Okay.
Okay, great. So all we're just going to do is just put some chestnuts and some gravy, some chestnuts and some heavy cream. There. Turn that on as well.
And that's gonna go for how long?
Sometime.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna try to get all this done. So I'll let you know later on how much time we did that. Great. Boom, boom. Great. Now what we need is heavy cream, plain for the potatoes. So we got the potatoes with heavy cream, and we're gonna warm this up on this side. I also cut butter into cubes that we're going to need for later.
Okay.
Yeah. So come back here.
Okay.
The potatoes that we're doing are, I think it's called a pomme puree, which means they're not just your regular mashed potatoes. They have a ton of heavy cream and they also have a ton of butter. So this is meant to be more of like a luxurious, smooth, silky, almost
Rich.
liquidy
Yeah.
kind of mashed potato. So that's
Okay.
why I'm adding so much compared to the potatoes. I'd rather have more than less because again, we're not following a recipe because that would make our lives way too easy. And we don't cook like that here. So that's why there's so much.
Okay.
Yeah. Great.
Now we're moving on to the.
Livers.
Okay.
The next step is to make sure that our liver is prepared. Before I deal with that, like pat it dry, I'm going to saute the onions and the garlic because that is going to be removed and then added later. This is going to be for the gravy. You know what I should do? I didn't even put oil. Give me some oil. Great.
It's gonna sweat a little bit, and then we're gonna add the garlic.
Correct. So this is what I'm going to do to make life easy.
Turn it up.
That's not even on. LOL. Okay, great. So this is what I did to keep ourselves organized. This is for the chicken liver chestnut gravy. And this is for the mashed potatoes. Think smarter, guys. We're just going to salt this.
Little bit. Okay.
And then when the onions are almost done, I'm going to add the garlic. So I'll let this cook for maybe about
5-ish minutes.
5 minutes, and then add a little bit, add the garlic, and then cook it for a little bit more.
Yeah.
The livers, I patted them dry. We're not going to use too much because it's not a huge component. Like, we're not making livers. We're making a gravy that has livers. So what we're doing right now is we're moving that. I don't know what that is, but it's nasty and I know that it should be gone.
Yeah.
Liver is also like kind of metallic and irony. In an ideal world, you do some sort of like milk or buttermilk marinade beforehand. There's like other ways to pre-treat the liver in order to, you know, help minimize that kind of flavor.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is just cook them. And then what we're going to do is add some acidity to our gravy because apparently the acidity helps like neutralize that kind of flavor. There's like a science to it because the compounds and the acid interact with the compounds in the liver.
Right.
So I think that's good. They definitely look way better without that white stuff.
They do.
Yuck.
Take a look one more time.
Oh.
Yuck!
So we're just going to leave this here until we're ready to start sauteing them. We're just going to wait for the onions.
Oh, you don't want to chop it or no? Oh, it's going to get blended.
No, yeah, it's going to get blended, so we don't need to worry about that. What we're going to do is put our gravy ingredients in here already. So these onions and garlic, we've sauteed for about
5-ish minutes.
no more than that.
7.
6 or 7. No, the real time is maybe about 5 minutes for the onions, and then we added the garlic and then did that for a little bit more.
Like 2-3 minutes.
Maybe like 4 minutes.
Okay.
You just got to make sure that they don't burn because you don't want anything to get bitter. So this pan is going to stay on because we're going to put our livers in a bit. I actually took out some chestnuts in this chestnut heavy cream mixture. I took about this much out because I realized in last week's video when we did the chestnut tiramisu, when we blended it, the chestnuts made the heavy cream a little bit thick. And since this is going to be a gravy, I don't want to have to add too much extra liquid because we're not trying to make a whole bunch. So I took some out. We're going to keep some in here anyway. So we're going to add that mixture in here. We're going to just set this aside and then we'll get started on the liver right now. So let's switch.
Wow, nice.
That was smooth. Great. So it's nasty. Ew. We're going to add our oil. The reason why I'm saying ew, it's nasty. I don't really eat liver, but I'm going to trust the process. I do like the flavor. Sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of the texture. So I'm going to trust that in this gravy, it's going to come out actually really great. The reason why she did this is why I can't multitask. Oh, the reason why she did a liver gravy is because in the competition, one of the things was a whole chicken. So she wanted to make sure she was using multiple parts of the chicken in order to really bring out that chicken flavor. No, to use the randomizer.
Yeah, to use the randomizer.
Let's be real. Antonia wanted to win. So what we're going to do is saute them. They don't need too much time to cook. They need like about 3 minutes per side. We're actually going to season it not with salt, but with chicken bouillon, because again, she wanted to make sure the chicken flavor was like really robust. I'm not sure exactly what happened in the video, but I know she did a whole bunch of stuff in the episode. She did a whole bunch of stuff to the chicken liver situation to really bring out the flavor. So how about I just wait till it's done?
Okay.
Yep. I'm just gonna wait till it's done.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Yeah, rub it here.
Wow. And then I just put it in it.
Yeah, just
That's
sprinkle,
too much.
sprinkle on top.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like this.
Yeah.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, people love this kind of content. It's been about 3 minutes, so we're gonna flip them. We're gonna sprinkle this other side with a little bit of chicken bouillon. And then they'll just be here chilling for another maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we're actually going to temp them. I think they should be reaching like 160 degrees.
Sure.
So that's what we're going to do. But we're going to do that off camera so you don't have to see it.
Yeah.
The chicken liver's finished. You need to make sure that they're cooked to like 165 in order to be safe to eat. Some of them were overcooked. It's not a big deal because we're blending it. If you were just eating regular chicken livers, it does matter because it changes the texture if you overcook them. So in here, I've got the chestnut heavy cream situation, the onions and garlic, and the livers. We're just going to blitz it. We're going to taste it and then add what we need to add in order to make sure that it tastes good. Thanks. Oh, you know what? The little thing is over there, but that's okay. Turn this on. Give it a little pulse. We're going to scrape the sides, make sure everything is in there.
How does it smell?
It smells good. It doesn't look pretty.
Oh, can I see?
It looks like...
Oh, it doesn't look terrible. It looks like chocolate ice cream.
Sure.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. It looked more brown in her...
She probably added more livers, to be fair.
Maybe, yeah. We're going to give it a little taste.
You first. You first.
It tastes fine. It definitely needs more flavor, so that's what we're going to start working on right now.
Okay. Salt, chicken bouillon.
Salt. She added pepper. She added a lot of black pepper because, again, one of the components was peppery, so we're going to add black pepper. Maybe like half of that because I don't want it to be too much. That was like about... I don't know.
1/4 of a teaspoon.
Yeah, sure.
Or about half a teaspoon.
We're going to get vinegar. Red. And then the salt. Can I get that salt? Great. We're going to add...
Yeah.
Sure. I'll listen to you for once.
For once.
We'll add that much vinegar. Maybe just that much salt. And then we'll give it another blitz, give it a taste, and keep adjusting. A few little adjustments, and it's pretty good. I added nutritional yeast. I added a little bit of vinegar. I added a little too much vinegar. So I balanced it with a little bit more nutritional yeast and a little bit of sugar. And I added just a pinch of salt, and we're good. So we're going to...
And some oil, you guys.
Oh, and just a little bit of oil because, I don't know. Because I just did.
Okay.
So we're going to set this aside. This is ready to go, and then we'll finish our potatoes. We just finished ricing our potatoes because they are done. In order to make sure
Yeah,
that
put it right there. Okay, that's fine.
these potatoes are the Palms puree kind of potato, we actually have to have it, run it through a sieve. Yeah, can I get it? So if we were a restaurant, we would run it through something called like a tammy, which is a flatter drum-shaped version of the sieve. But because we're just average home cooks, we're just gonna run it through the largest fine mesh sieve that we have. And the purpose of this is to make sure that it's as smooth as possible. This is gonna take some time. Is it coming through?
Yeah.
Look at it. It looks like lion's mane mushroom. This is gonna take me a while, so
We'll be back.
finished sieving the potatoes. It actually was not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. You just need to put enough pressure in it. It just went through right through. So what we're going to do is just add half of this heavy cream mixture. Mix it in. It's gonna look like it's too much, but
It'll thicken.
yeah. And then what we're going to do is, maybe I did put too much. No, it's gonna thicken.
Well, you also have to add butter. So.
Yeah. And then we're going to add butter. I have 2 sticks chopped up into cubes. For this method of potatoes, what you're supposed to do is add it at the end cold. And the reason why you want to do that is because if you just melt it in there, the texture is not going to be the same. Cold butter melted slowly creates like an emulsion between like the water part of the butter and the fat part of the butter, which changes obviously the texture.
Yeah.
So
It looks good so far.
yeah, it does look a little bit clumpy, so I'm a little bit worried because we did all that hard work.
Maybe it was the cream. that
Oh,
came
yeah.
out.
So what we're going to do is just add a little bit of butter at a time. I'm probably not going to end up using these 2 sticks of butter, so don't come for my life. But in the video,
Oh, yeah,
gosh
see,
darn
it
it,
melts.
in the episode, she had her potatoes very kind of liquidy, more liquidy than a
This.
traditional pom puree is. It was like enough to be poured out. So that's the texture we're looking for.
It's looking good.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna need to salt it though.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna keep this pretty simple. Add more butter. And then we'll come back when it's done. All right, so this is what it should look like. Nice and loose.
Yeah.
We might have to end up putting a little bit of cream. So I didn't add any extra cream, FYI. I did end up adding about a whole stick of butter, which is kind of crazy. But this is a very good texture. It doesn't need to be this loose if you're making a traditional pom puree, but we're trying to make it as silky smooth as it was in the episode. So we're gonna set this aside. We're gonna cover it, set it aside, and we're gonna start frying our chicken. We're making our dredge right now. That's a lot.
That is.
But that's good. So we're gonna do all-purpose flour and cornstarch, because again, that's what she did. I don't know how much of either. I do know that they use cornstarch in Japan to make their karaage chicken, and that always comes out nice. Then we're gonna lightly salt this because Nikki's concerned I put too much salt in the chicken. Give this a little mixy mix. And then we're going to start dredging. Our oil is at 350 degrees because we're cooking chicken thighs. And they have to cook, well, boneless thighs have to cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. So we're gonna do a lower temperature just so that the outside doesn't burn. Chicken is done. First one anyway, being dredged. We're going to drop it in 350 degree oil. We're doing one at a time because if you remember the
Crab.
cake fiasco, I just don't want to do too much. So we're going to carefully place this
Yes.
away from us. So down and away.
Wow, the mess of snow.
We're gonna bread the rest of the chicken and then we'll be right back when it's done cooking. So this is just a quick FYI for the setup for the chicken. I've got raw chicken dredge, putting the raw dredged chicken here. We're gonna fry it, and then we've got a colander on that side that we're gonna put the cooked chicken. Just, you know, so that you know.
Okay.
This is what the potatoes look like now. They're extremely runny, which is okay. I'm second guessing myself, but I'm gonna rewatch the video and I'll tell you right here if they were as thin as this on the clip. Our gravy looks really good. It's also loosened up because I strained it and then I added a little bit of water to mellow it out, and I actually didn't need to add any additional seasonings because it actually still worked out fine. And our chicken is done. So we just need a plate. We're going to put a layer of our potatoes first. Carefully.
I like it.
It's a beautiful texture. And then we're going to do a few dollops of this on this side. Is that good?
Yep.
We're gonna add our wonderful piece of chicken right in the center.
Cute.
The chow chow on top.
Yep.
We're just gonna
Okay.
put more on that side. And then she garnished hers with chives, and I forgot to buy that. But we do have parsley, so I'm gonna add parsley on top. Okay.
Beautiful.
Now I just need to clean this up for the thumbnail, and then we're gonna get right to tasting it. Now we can finally give it a taste. Yay. It was good. Would I do it again the exact same way? Nah, I would just make a regular chicken gravy and add it to the dish. The potatoes I thought were amazing. The texture was actually spot on. My only mistake was adding a little bit too much salt because I forgot the butter I was using was salted. But other than that, it was perfect. It's a pretty simple mashed potato like recipe. So I highly recommend making it's called Palms puree.
Yes, rich, creamy,
smooth. It was all the things. It was that. And then as far as the chicken is concerned, I thought it was really well salted. I know my sister was worried that I put too much salt, but it actually worked out just fine. The mustard did the job of tenderizing it. So it was a very like juicy, succulent piece of chicken thigh, fried chicken thigh. And I'm actually pretty proud of myself for cooking it. As far as the Korean pepper and the paprika, like all that stuff, I'm not sure if it added a whole ton of flavor. I wonder if the Aleppo pepper would have like added
difference.
Something. Yeah. And then as far as the relish is concerned, I thought it was great. My only drawback to that was it wasn't that spicy. So I should have just left some of the ribs and the seeds of the jalapeno to give it just a little bit of a kick because I stripped essentially all the spice away. Yeah. The vinegariness really did help the overall dish because the potatoes were rich. The gravy was low-key kind of rich too. The chicken was fried. So that was like a nice contrast to it all. I wish there was some chives because I'm sure that would have been better. Overall, like we said, 8.5. That's it, right?
Close it out, yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks for watching this episode of Recreated Kinda. I hope that you've been inspired to get into the kitchen and cook something delicious, not with a recipe, but
with intuition.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You'll see us next week.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Doesn't that